Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back to my face. I know this is a different intro for me. I don't normally come before you with nothing on but eyeshadow. This is going to be, I think, fun. I've told you in the past that I watch her, and the reason I watch her is because, one, she's not like a 20-year-old, but here's the kicker. She is my foundation shade. If I'm going to buy a foundation and I want to make sure I don't have to take it back, I will see if she's talked about it before. Recently, I watched a couple where she was talking about all this new makeup, and I thought, I'm gonna give some of those products a try. So I bought as many as I could afford to get. It's all still in the package and everything. Since the videos that I watched, she wasn't recommending eyeshadow. I just used the Blessed palette. If you wanna know what is on my eyes, it's a little bit in the transition with Sugar Tiger on my lid, Blessed in the innermost corner of my lid. Family is blended on the outside, and under my eye is a little bit. I've already primed my face with the NYX Marshmallow primer that is in the current Fritzzyville basket, and we're gonna give this a whirl because this looks so interesting to me. And when she put it on, I thought, that's really light. I could probably pull that off too. It's called COVERGIRL Simply Ageless Skin Perfecting Essence. There is skincare stuff in this. Can you see that? It's like these balls that have pigment in them. And I just found that so interesting that I wanted to try it. So we got that. I have two different concealers from Revlon. The Flex, I think it's called, Flex. And then this one, a new True Match from Loreal. I'm gonna put those on because I can never resist mascara. I've got two. I just saw these were new mascaras and wanted to try them. We're gonna put one on one eye and one on the other, not to have like a war, but just so I can use two different mascaras and tell you which one I like the best. Pat McGrath bronzer, this Too Faced Fluff thing for the brow. These I had already purchased because I'm thinking I was gonna do a new makeup, and so I got this and these and saw that she actually talked about these two things, and that's kind of where I got the idea to pick up the other stuff. Okay, so this is Build a Brow by Maybelline, and she talked about these after I'd already got them. This I'm hoping doesn't like make my lips sting like the one that I love from them. It says fat oil, and I don't think I had a problem with the oils, but since I got this, she actually reviewed that, and now I'm kind of scared to open that because I think that might do something I don't like. But anyway, I'm so excited. Let's get busy and do stuff to my face. This is what it looks like. I have forgotten she did show that. Let's do it with the fingers. So I just kind of mixed it around. It's thin, like an essence, but as you can see, it has a little bit of pigment in it. She was super impressed with it. I remember that. It feels nice, and it does seem to be giving my skin just a little bit. I mean, if you're looking for something with some real coverage, I don't think this is gonna be it, but I like it. Let's leave that alone for a little bit and see if I need to powder that. I really like that. Since we have two concealers, I think we'll put one on one eye and one on the other. And she might have even done that in her video. This one here is the Revlon, and since we are shade matches for each other, I got vanilla because that's what she got. Put that here. This is very dewy, very much a wet formula. Let's see. Now I do have some eyeshadow under there, so I'm being careful not to go into the eyeshadow and then drag it all over my face. How is the Revlon gonna look on a 61-year-old? That looks pretty good, right? What about this one? This one, I don't remember the shade I got. Yeah, I had ordered this one before I watched her video, and I was like, yeah, C2, because I was like, yes, I guessed right. So I already had that one in the works to do. I just added the Revlon. Let's see, I think that she preferred the Revlon one, was it? We'll see if I agree. Going under here, I think they both look really good. Feel-wise, so far I prefer the Revlon. but they both look pretty good, I think. Let's put some powder on, you know, just for the sake of having a little bit of powder on and knocking some of the dewiness back. I'm going to get my smelly perfume factory out here. This is Lancome's dual intensity powder that I don't know why. It stinks so bad of perfume. I've never had a Lancome product that I was repulsed by how perfumed it was. But by gosh, I'm getting my money out of it. So I'm using it, but I won't buy this again. We are going here because this is a perfect example of what I've said to you guys about buying quality brushes. This is not a quality goat hair brush. It is a goat hair brush. It's very soft. But look at my face now. There's hair all over it. I feel like, yes, I keep forgetting that goat hair brush sheds. I should just get rid of that brush. Let's go ahead and do the mascaras. Want to? This one here is from L'Oreal. It's called Voluminous Panorama. 1.4 times bigger eye looks. And then this one is by Maybelline. This is called the Falsies Surreal. We'll see which one I like better. I don't like to do comparisons anymore, like which one looks better, because one of my eyes is always better than the other one. So like right now, it's this eye is better than this eye. I don't think that's fair to the mascara to do that. But I can tell you if I like using it and how it's doing compared to mascaras I use. This one here, Maybelline, the Falsies. So right away, I don't like this. This reminds me of one that was in a yellow and white tube. Might have been called the Falsies. And you got to set it down like this because you can't set it like that. It rolls over. So I don't like that. I don't want my mascara laying down on its side. Here's the brush on this one. Let's see how it feels. It's bristle. And some of you like it when I count Mary Ellen style. And that is a very precise way of knowing, you know, which one is better. But I'm no good at it. I am not. Okay, this Maybelline mascara is not got a lot of buildup so far. Well, now, I might be wrong. Hang on. And both of them just got opened, so you know that in a couple of weeks they'll be really great. Doesn't look like a false lash or anything, but it's got nice length to it, nice separation to it. If we go forward and backward on our lashes, it does build up pretty good. So far, yeah, it's building up now. I think that looks pretty nice. Maybelline, the Falsies Surreal. Okay, now let's open this one from L'Oreal, who I typically love pretty much all their mascaras. So this probably isn't going to be any different. Wouldn't that be funny if it was? So that is in this gold tube. It's a rubberized brush. That reminds me of a few other mascaras. Thrive, Sky High, Bad Gal Bang. Okay, so that's going to come in here into the inner corner very easily. I'm not going to have to be as careful. Same as the other one. It's going to be better in a day or two. But right now it is giving this lengthened, separated lash that can be built up. But I don't know. Do I like the Maybelline side better? Nice stopper action. What about the Maybelline? I didn't pay attention. Did it have a nice stopper action? Yeah, it's not as good as the L'Oreal one. I mean, that's got some good stopper action on it. And why is that important to me? Because as time goes by, it's not going to turn into a mess where it's pulling out globs of mascara. Like I said, this side here, my lashes are a little better right now. I will tell you this one here seems to be clumping a couple of lashes over there, whereas this one here has not had that problem yet. I'm going to put a little bit more on and see how it builds. So far I like them both, but this one here is a wetter formula, so it's clumping these lashes over here together more, and I'm going to have to take a comb and go through it to get those unclumped. So that is that. Let us move on. I really want to get into this. So let's open up this bronzer. I'm anxious because she described this as being a rosy, cool, undertoned blush, and that's hard to find. So I'm like, what? What? So here we go. Now, I always want to take and pull it apart, and it just won't do that. You have to push in on this to get a Pat McGrath compact open. All right, so let's see. I've not looked at this yet. And that was just one swipe. That is very nice and smooth, but I've got, I mean, you know how somebody will say to you, you need to see this movie, it's the greatest movie ever. And then you go watch it and you're like, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm not as enthused about it as Jen was, but it's pretty. It's okay. But so far, I would totally agree with her on this. Like it, like it. Let's see how the concealer's doing. They didn't get set, and I prefer not to have to set my concealers. The L'Oreal has not creased at all. The Revlon has creased a tiny bit, but nothing I'm mad at. So I think those look fantastic. I think my lashes look pretty good. Now let's mess up everything with this. So far, I've not found a Maybelline brow product that I like. I'm like, well, maybe this is the one. I'll tell you what, we should be glad I do that, because had I not done this kind of thing, I would have missed out on a lot of good products from e.l.f. this year, right? Because e.l.f., especially like in the mascara department, e.l.f. sucked. Let's just say that, e.l.f. sucked. And they have had 3 out that I didn't hate, and one, this one here, tubing mascara, that's pretty decent. I actually like that thing. So, you know, if we don't keep trying, if we just dismiss brands because we've not liked their stuff in the past, then we may miss it when they make a good product. How interesting. What is going on here? Build a brow. Maybe we should have read the directions, because we've got 2 steps here. We've got a pen on one side, and I got this in ash. And I guess this, maybe yeah, we don't want to be dumping this. This is a gel on the other. I will say that probably the best thing to do is going to be put on the gel, let it dry, then do the pen. Because if we do the pen and then we put the gel on, we could smear everything. So let's do that. Look at that tiny, tiny little brush. Okay, let's do that. Let's come up here and see how this gel is. You don't get very much of this, but I did just drop it and it didn't come out, so that's good to know. Now let's give it time to dry down and then we'll come in with the pen, okay? All right. Well, dang. Let's wipe that out of one brow real quick before it sets, because I forgot we were gonna do the Too Faced thing. I guess I didn't understand that this was gonna have a gel. I thought it was just a pen. So, okay, let's see. Fluff and hold, huh? What's this all about? It's just like a mascara wand, is it? Okay, and it's got this fluff gel in it. Let's try it out. For some reason, I thought it was going to have something on the other end. Actually, it does. If you pull the cap off, then you've got this underneath there, and that helps immensely. So let's put a little bit more of this, because it's definitely probably not going to have the hold of that. So this is wax, this is gel. We'll see if the pen goes in both sides okay. Let's move on to the mouth. Let's do this first because this is darker. So this is NYX's new fat oil. You remember the fat oil I showed you earlier. Well, this is like a balm, and you click it up And I don't remember what shade I got here. I got That's Major, number 09. So we're gonna click this up. Because how much do we have to click? How far we gotta go?
20 minutes later.
Seriously?
Oh, that's juicy. I think that feels really good on the mouth, and it does have some opacity to it because you see that brown spot on my lip is gone now. And it's sticky enough that I think it's not gonna like go up in my lip lines. I like that. That looks pretty. We'll probably put that right back on, or maybe even put it over the top of the other one. Let's wipe it off and look at this one. So this is by Milani. It's Color Fetish. Hydrating Lip Stain. I do remember this though, because I thought, man, do I even want to open that? After I saw what happened to her mouth after a few hours, you have to reapply because it leaves you with this ugly lip liner situation going on. And as requested by you guys, I got a berry shade. Nice and wet. The end lets you line pretty well. That feels good initially. Okay, we'll leave that on for a little bit and let it settle down. And I don't know that with the little bit that I put on, if it would do what hers did. I think it probably would. But in any case, let's do the brows. So we're gonna take the brow pen now. Oh, this makes me nervous. Gonna mess up everything doing this. I know I am. All right, yes, that's got a good amount of ink in it. I think I got one of their pens before and just threw it across the room because it like nothing was coming out. What I'm gonna do is come into the gel now and add little hair strokes. And it is doing a good job of that. But will I get out of control when I come to the front? Because there's no hair here. So it could, is it going to be good or is it going to be a mess? We shall see. All right, so this was the Maybelline side. And it is letting me get in there and draw some little hairs, kind of thicken things up a little bit. But now let's come to the front where I don't have any and see, can I draw on my skin and make some hairs? And they look realistic. Yeah, the brush is a little bit harder to handle than, say, the NYX Lift and Snatch. This is making thicker hairs than that does, but it's not behaving horribly. Let's come to the side that is the wax and see what happens when I do that. Nothing like having two different brows. Well, I mean vastly different brows. Not bad. I mean, I don't have a problem so far with doing the front of my brows with this. Let's go through the actual wax part and see what happens if we try and do that. Because you can do this because you can definitely do it with a gel. How's it do with the wax? Not bad. It's letting me do it. I do like to take a brush after I've done that and soften it a little bit, and I want to see if that product's going to come off when I do it. With their gel, it's like balling up a little bit and coming off in little balls at the top. I don't know if you can see that or not. Not a good plan to try to soften it up with a brush. What about this side? Okay, it doesn't happen with a wax. That's good to know. You know what? That really does stain your mouth. Let's put a little bit of this over the top of it. I like it. I like these two together. That's nice. That's a nice. Let's feel these lashes. So this side is dry but not crunchy. This side feels, gunky. Neither one have any residual on my fingers. This definitely is a wet formula that has dried down, and this goes on dry. On this, I don't know if the powder did it or what, but I do have some more wrinkles than Jen does, and it is a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Not much, okay, but it is, if you look in a 10 by, settling a little bit into some fine lines that I have. I don't know that if I put on my glasses and I'm just talking to you, if you were at a normal distance to me, I don't know that you would see that. I think I can see it because of the 10 by. But I do like this. I will use this again. I sure did. I have not used a powder with it again. Instead, I've used a setting spray on it. And I like it so well that I ordered another one. And this one I ordered in a lighter shade still and gave this one to my mother, who also likes it. So far I like these two, and I like them together. I like that this really does stain, so I probably would be more apt to do what I did on camera and blot it on and then wipe it off to get the stain for it, but I'll let you know whether or not I have that issue. I have not had the issue that Jen had, but I use it differently. As you saw, I just pat it on, mash my lips together, wipe it off so that I only have a stain, and then I go over it with a balm. I'm sure if I had done it the same way that she did, I would have had the same result, which is not pretty. I like both of these concealers, but I do like this one a little bit better, even though it did crease just a tiny bit. I like the feel of that one a little better than this one, but both of them seem like lovely concealers to me. The mascaras, I actually prefer the Maybelline Falsies Surreal side and the way it went on to the L'Oreal, but the L'Oreal is not a bad mascara. The brow pen I was pleasantly surprised about. Indeed, I like it. I think that it does a pretty good job, and this, it's a little glompy right there, so I don't know how I'm going to like that going forward. I mean, this is the first time that I've used it, and it's already got a bunch of glomp up here at the very top that I'm going to have to make sure I wipe off. So I don't know how me and this are going to get along in the future. I think I'll just put that right in the basket to continue to use it so I can form an opinion and let you know. Okay. But I do like this. The Pat McGrath bronzer, I do like. I think it's a pretty color. It looks good on me, but so does every bronzer I have in my bronzer drawer. So I don't think I agree on this. I think it's okay. It's beautiful. But it's not the most beautiful bronzer I have. Have you tried any of these products? If so, what did you think? Also, give me a thumbs up on your way out, and I'm going to let you know on your way out that you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And then if you're not having a blessed day, the way you can get one is to go be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Because the lashes on one side of my face is actually on my face. Yeah, lashes are on my face. You know, they grow right out, curled and everything. You shook me all night long. I'm the Count. Like Count Chocula. 1 swipe through the lashes. 2 swipes through the lashes. I'm getting a cramp in my foot. It's not gonna go away. Faked you out. No, I did get a cramp. It just went away. Get it up, up, up and away with my NYX oil stick. My NYX oil stick. Oh yeah. This got bent. I think this is a lovely. PETA, do you not like it?